all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Brought to you by IIFL Securities, India's leading broking firm.
Good morning. We've reached the end of the week. Here's everything you need to know at the start of your Friday. I'm Alex Mathew and this is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint. Today is the 8th of March. Economic growth and the urgent need to bolster it was at the forefront of global news yesterday. The European Central Bank on Thursday became the latest to bite the bullet on slowing growth. It delivered a fresh round of monetary stimulus in a bid to shore up the weakening euro economy as it cut its growth forecast by the most since it launched its quantitative easing program 4 years ago. ECB President Mario Draghi said the eurozone economy will now expand only 1.1% this year, a drop of 0.6 percentage points from the forecasts that were made only 3 months ago. On the other side of the globe, China's annual gathering of leaders in Beijing unleashed a flurry of policy initiatives. Key among them, a shift that puts fiscal policy decisively at the forefront of measures that are meant to bolster growth. Another key update from that meeting were indications that China is unlikely to make big concessions during trade negotiations with the US. And it was those worries about growth that pulled equities lower in the US as well. A drop in tech stocks pulled US stocks to their longest losing streak this year. The tech-heavy Nasdaq declined by over 1%, while the Dow and the S&P 500 lost around 0.8% each. All three early risers in Asia have started today's session firmly in the red, with the Nikkei losing the most ground, falling 1%. The Indian rupee has gained for the third straight session to close at its highest level in 2 months, aided by strong foreign inflows. The euro, meanwhile, fell to its lowest since 2017. Let's now turn to all the updates from back home. The government approved suggestions of a group of ministers, including fresh coal supply and easier power sale norms to revive stressed power plants. For all the measures that will be taken, do look up the story on the website bloombergquint.com. In a big development, billionaire Azim Premji is expected to sell about 0.44% stake in Wipro that is owned through his philanthropic trust. That's according to two people familiar with the development. A term sheet that Bloomberg Quint saw indicates that the shares will be sold between 255.4 and 260.8 rupees apiece. That's a 3 to 5% discount to Thursday's closing price. The government is planning to set up a new category of accredited investors that will include high net worth individuals and unlisted companies, among others, which can make tax-free investments into startups even above the 25 crore threshold. And finally, there are early indications that earnings of domestic aluminium manufacturers may improve as Russia's Rusal, the world's biggest producer of the metal outside China, expects global demand to grow at a faster pace on easing trade concerns and declining exports from China. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How are we looking today?
Hi Alex, good morning. Good morning everyone. The global cues seem to be weak at this point of time. The Asian markets are trading weak and the SGX Nifty is also indicating a negative outlook. In terms of stocks to watch out for Tata Motors. The JLR Feb retail sales were down 4% over last year at 38,000 units. Jaguar sales were up 5.8%. Land Rover was down 8.1%. Retail sales were up 25% in North America, 11% up in UK. Flattish growth in Europe, and China sales was the big impact. They were down almost 48%. In terms of Wipro, watch out for Wipro. Sources to Bloomberg Quint have indicated that the promoters are looking to sell 2.7 crore shares in the company via a block deal. Azim Premji Trust will sell these shares and an option to sell an additional 0.44%. The indicative price range is 255 to 261 per share. Reliance Industries enters an MOU with Navi Mumbai SEZ to sublease 4,000 acres of land, and they have made an initial payment of 2180 crores to Navi Mumbai SEZ Authority. Jet Airways' additional 3 aircrafts have been now grounded due to non-payment of outstandings to the lessors. KNR Construction's 2 orders, first of all a 135 crore Karnataka road development order, and they backed a hybrid annuity project with a bid cost of 920 crores. Lupin receives the FDA nod for atorvastatin product. Annual sales is approximately close to $700 million in the US, but lots of players are still there in this product. VLS International, Embassy of Vietnam signs up BLS International to accept visa applications in India. Arvind Fashion will list today after the demerger of Arvind Limited. The implied fair value of the stock based on the brokerage average is close to 1,500 rupees. Couple of bulk deals. There is NIT, in which Canara Robeco Mutual Fund buys in 12 lakh shares, and Vijaya Bank, in which Morgan Stanley buys 81 lakh shares in the company. Couple of brokerage reports. Initiation on Gujarat Gas by Macquarie, target price of 165. They see the highest structural volume growth potential versus IGL as well as MGL. UBS has initiated on Mindtree with the neutral and the target price of 1015. They see strong digital growth balance by client concentration, and the stake sale is likely to be a big influence on valuations in 2019. CLSA has analyzed the annual report of Ambuja. They believe that the balance sheet parameters are worsening and operating cash flow and free cash flow declined sharply in 2018. Goldman Sachs has downgraded its CL Tech and upgraded TCS. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. And thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Mathew signing off. Have a lovely weekend.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.